The Seven Sisters. This is a story that has been passed down through the generations. It is our story of the Seven Sisters, known today as the Pleiades star constellation. They say that a long, long time ago, there lived a young man in a village that was nestled close to the forest and a nearby lake. This young man was so well respected by everyone in his village. He was honest, humble, caring, truthful, kind, generous, and a wise young man. He had been taught well by his parents, grandparents, and all the other relatives in the village. He would take care of the old ones, bring them food, wood to keep them warm, and sit with them on the long winter nights. The young man was also very cared for by almost all of the young women in the village. They would gather and watch him as he chopped wood, gathered food, and other tasks. How they admired him and wished that one day one of them would be by his side as his mate on this life journey. The young man would notice the young maidens watching him, and he always responded with such kindness and deep consideration towards them. One night, after all the work had been done, the young man went out into the winter's night to look at the stars and the moon. As he stood looking into the beautiful universe, he felt a longing that he had not felt before, and he wondered what this might mean. Meanwhile, up in the sky world, the seven sisters were happily enjoying the night sky and the beautiful view of Mother Earth. It is said that one of the sisters convinced all of them to go down to the earth to play upon the frozen lake, even though they had been given specific instructions by their father, the sun. They decided to go anyway. The young man was standing quietly beside the lake when suddenly he thought he heard a sound. He listened carefully. Yes, he could hear a sound, and it appeared to be getting closer. He looked up into the sky, and there he saw the most amazing sight. A large, beautiful basket descending from above. He ran and hid behind a large rock. The basket came down from the sky world and landed next to the frozen lake. One by one, the seven sisters got out of the basket and went out onto the lake. They were so excited that a couple of them slipped and fell. All the others laughed. They ran and slid around the lake with such joy that they did not notice the young man behind the rock. The young man was motionless. He dared not even breathe. He watched the young maidens and was struck by their beauty. He saw that one of the maidens had such light around her that when he looked at her, he could feel his heart beat faster and faster. Then, just as suddenly they had appeared, they all jumped back into the basket and flew back up to Sky World. The young man returned home, but he could not forget the image of the star maidens, especially the little one who had such light around her. Each night he would return to the lake and wait, but they did not come back. For many months he went to the lake. On one night as he was walking towards the lake, he asked the Great Mystery to please help him to once again see the star maidens. That same night, the star maidens were preparing to return to Mother Earth to play on the frozen lake. They climbed into the basket, and just like that, they flew down towards the earth. The young man was sitting quietly beside the rock when suddenly he heard that familiar sound. This time he knew, and he quickly hid behind the rock. Then there they were on the side of the lake. One by one they climbed out of the basket and went out onto the frozen lake. They were laughing and playing when suddenly the young man stepped out from behind the rock. They quickly looked at one another, and they all ran and jumped into the basket. So did he. Before they knew it, the basket was back up in Sky World, but this time the young man was with them. When they got out of the basket, they heard the voice of their father, the sun, saying, "What do we have here? A human being has come to Sky World?" The young man could see that the star maidens could not explain this to their father, so he stepped forward and said, "Father, son, I have come with the maidens because my heart is filled with love for one of your daughters. Please tell me what I must do." Father Sun was surprised by the young man's bravery, but he could see the love between the young man and his daughter, the youngest of the Star Maidens. His heart opened and he knew that they were one. It is said that a great wedding took place up in Skyworld and that all was well. At the wedding, Father Sun gave this gift to the young man and the Star Maiden. Although no human being has ever been with us here in the Sky World, the power of love belongs to us all. When you are here with us, we are happy. You must also go to see your family and your village from time to time, for them to also be happy. And you will take my youngest daughter with you. So, they say, sometimes when we look to the sky to see the 7 sisters, we may only see 6. That is because the youngest maiden and the young man are here, visiting with his family and his village. This is the story of the 7 sisters.